Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm going to be giving a presentation on why we should make the switch to an opt-out organ donation system. Being placed on a college waitlist seems really stressful. The decision is out of your hands, and all that's left to do is wait and see if you've been accepted or denied. Now imagine if this was a life or death situation. This is very much the case for patients on an organ waitlist. The lack of organs in the United States is a major problem that results in 20 deaths a day. With the system we are currently using, becoming a donor requires actively signing up. However, with presumed consent, everyone is automatically assumed a donor unless a specific request is made. The U.S. should put in place an opt-out organ donation system to increase the pool of donors and decrease organ trafficking, thus saving lives. Organ donation is a topic that I have been passionate about for a long time and have researched thoroughly. Today, I will discuss why there is a need for an opt-out system. First, how it will increase the amount of possible donors, then decrease trafficking, finally saving lives. With such a simple solution, the donation rates could be greatly increased and benefit tons of people. There's a lack of organs in the United States. There's a shortage of organs in this country, which means that it is very difficult for people on the wait list to receive the transplant they desperately need to survive. An opt-out system would increase the pool of donors. We know this to be true because in countries such as Australia, where presumed consent is already in action, more than 90% of their people donate their organs. However, in countries like the United States that still use this opt-in method, less than 15% of people donate their organs after death. Think about those numbers for a second and you'll be able to realize how big of an impact these systems actually make. The supply and demand problem wouldn't be as big as an issue because the supply would be able to come close to meeting, if not fully meeting, the demand for organs. Out of the long list of patients waiting on this list, few are able to receive from live donors such as friends or family members. Selena Gomez, a world-famous pop star, was generously given a kidney by her friend. However, not everyone has a friend like Selena Gomez does to donate their organs. As the vast majority of patients remaining on the wait list have to stay on this list without a sure chance of finding a match. Moving up this list is like waiting to win the lottery. Kidneys are the most needed organs on this list. According to an article titled Organ Donation, Is Opt-in or Opt-out System Better? By James McLosh, published in September 2014, studies from the University of Nottingham, University of Stirling, and others in the UK found that countries using an opt-out system had a higher number of kidneys donated. There was also a greater overall number of transplants. It is also very important to note that Spain has the highest donation rates in the world, and they use presumed consent. Spain had 2,183 deceased donors last year. The effect of this was drastic. 5,260 transplant surgeries were made possible. Seeing how great an impact it had, America should learn from Spain and put in place an opt-out organ donation system. It is easy to skim over this topic and forget that these people are more than just a statistic. Somewhere there is a little girl whose parents want nothing but the best for her, waiting for a kidney. Somewhere there's a single father whose kids depend on him, waiting for a liver. Somewhere there's a mother waiting for a heart, and the list goes on and on. The opt-out system would give these people in these situations a better chance of surviving. According to Viet Brazer, an established writer for Medical News Today, in her article titled Organ Donation, Most Are Willing to Donate, So Why Is There a Shortage? Published in 2016, she states that there are people who are willing to donate their organs, but they're not donors. People are overlooking just how big of an issue this really is. This means that there are tons of people who wish for their organs to be donated, and tons of people who could be saved by those organs, but because those tons of people didn't register, their organs will be buried to rot. There are a couple of reasons why someone wouldn't register despite the fact of being pro-donation. Some people simply don't understand the sign-up process, or others just don't think about it enough to go out of their way to opt in. With an opt-out system, these people who are pro-donation but aren't donors would in fact have their organs donated after they die. Now that we've identified the problem with the current donation system, let us look at some benefits to an opt-out system. After doing research, I found that this system would be a good solution to fixing the shortage of organs in our country. It would save many lives. One example is by increasing the pool of donors, and a second example is by reducing confusion on how to become a donor. It would also decrease organ trafficking. The demand for kidneys currently far outweighs the supply, and it is estimated that 1/5 of all kidney transplants are trafficked each year. As a result, there is a thriving black market for kidneys all around the world, including here in the United States. While there are many clear benefits to presumed consent, not everyone agrees with the opt-out system. There are people who oppose the system for multiple reasons, one of which which is religion. However, the opt-out system is a very accommodating solution. Most religions are in favor of organ donation and consider it an act of charity, but others argue that it goes against their beliefs, and it would be unfair to disregard these people. Some people also believe that presumed consent would be stealing organs without getting permission first. What they forget is that these people are not required to donate. Yes, everyone will be automatically assumed a donor, but just like the name of the system suggests, you can opt out. This means that no one is required to donate if they do not wish to be a donor. Now that we have examined why the opt-out system is a viable solution, let us understand how things would differ. If we were to continue with the opt-in system, there will continue to be a shortage of organs in the country, resulting in the deaths of individuals that are desperate for a transplant. Therefore, the first benefit is that the sooner we get an opt-out system, the fewer lives will be lost. Just one singular donor can save 8 lives. With such a large increase of donors that presumed consent will bring in, the amount of patients that will be able to receive a transplant will go way up. The second benefit is that there will be a clear system to follow. According to Fergus Walsh, a medical correspondent, in his news article for BBC titled Organ Donor Law, Name Change After Max and Cara, published February 26, 2019, he states that England will soon put in place presumed consent. The benefits are not going unnoticed, so we also need to take action and make the switch. Another benefit, as we discussed before, is that it would decrease the amount of illegal organ trafficking. Let us summarize what we have just discussed involving the opt-out organ donation system. You now know that switching to the system would have multiple benefits. It would increase the number of donors and save many lives. It would also ensure that everyone who wants to be a donor actually ends up donating. It would also decrease the amount of organ trafficking. I urge you to contact the Department of Health and Human Services and your local congressman to make the switch a reality. Thank you.